Lily, it's already 10 o'clock. What on earth do you think you're doing? I told you I wanted you to clean my place this morning. Don't tell me you're still sleeping. Don't slack off just because it's your day off. Mom, I told you, didn't I? I told you that I'm working on my day off because it's busy at work right now. What? You were the wife of our family. I don't even like the fact that you're working at all. I can't believe you're working on your day off. Why don't you just say no because you have to take care of the house today? You should ask someone else to do it for you. That's not how it works. It's my job, so I have to do it. Besides, I'm already at work. You're a woman anyway. You can't be making that much. So don't be so unreasonable. That may have been true in the past. But nowadays, it is not because you are a woman that you are underpaid. I get paid well enough. I have the same responsibilities as men. Well, are you trying to talk back to me? This is why I hate women who have jobs. After all, you live off the money my son earns, and you think you're such a big shot. Mom, if you're just gonna complain to me, can I go now? I need to concentrate on work. You're so high and mighty. That's why I said I don't like the job. From now on, you must take weekends off. Do you understand? If you can't do what I say, I'll have you quit your job. Is that clear? You can't just go and decide something like that. You know what? You don't know your place. You are the wife, and you keep talking back to me. You should know your place. At the very least, come over and clean my house immediately after work. I refuse. What? Did you even hear a word I said? I take good care of my own house. Just because we live close to each other, you try to force me to clean your house. Stop pushing that on me. I'm at work, so I have to go. Lily, wait a minute. I'm not done talking yet. Lily, you must be off work today. Yesterday, you used your day off as an excuse to not clean my house. Today is the day I'm going to have you do it. As a matter of fact, you should be the one telling me that you're going to visit me today to apologize for yesterday. But you never contacted me. I'm the one who contacted you. Damn it! You're so inconsiderate. Hey, are you listening to me? Lily, don't tell me you're pretending not to notice. Good morning, Mom. I was driving and didn't notice. I've already made plans for today. I'm going out. What? Plans? I didn't hear anything about that. Why do we have to tell you what we're doing all the time? It doesn't matter. Tell me. Today, we've been talking about getting some new spring clothes. So Evan and I are here at the outlet store. Outlet? I wanted to go too. Why didn't you invite me? That's just too mean. Because, Mom, the last time I invited you to the mall, why should I go shopping with my daughter-in-law? Did you think I would want to go? You said so yourself. Except for the outlet stores. Can't you even understand that? I thought so too, so I talked to Evan about it. Then Evan said, "It's okay, it's okay." He said that even if we went together with you, you'd just complain the whole time. And then, our fun day of shopping would just turn into a pain in the neck. So, he told me not to invite you. I just went along with it. though I thought he was right. Evan said that? Mom, haven't you even noticed? You constantly complain to me, and that may make you feel better. But as a result, your loving son doesn't think that much of you. Huh? Don't get carried away. My son definitely didn't say that. You probably made that up anyway. If you want to think so, be my guest. Are you done? I haven't left the parking lot yet because I've been texting you the whole time. I'd like to take a look around, so if you'll excuse me. Hey, wait! Lily! Mom, what on earth are you doing? I just got home from work and opened the mailbox to find divorce papers in there. Evan asked me to approve it. I knew Evan was on his mother's side. So you're making up this story that Evan doesn't think well of me. Of course, right? I mean, compared to someone like you who's always working and lacks charm, I'm the one who went through the pain of childbirth, raised that child with utmost care all this time. Of course, I'm more important than you. Evan says he hates you for not taking care of his mother. So, you really hate me that much? What? It's your fault, isn't it? Because you don't listen to me at all. This time, I put it in the mailbox to scare you. If you don't listen to me in the future, I'll really have you divorce him. So, tomorrow morning, even if you have to take the day off work, come to my place to clean up. You know that I can't take off work on such short notice. Shut up. Don't talk back to me. I am your mother-in-law and my orders are final. If you don't, then it is divorce. Do you understand? No matter how incompetent you are, you know what the right thing to do is, don't you? I understand. You finally understand. If you had just listened to me from the start. Then, let's proceed with the divorce proceedings. What? What do you mean, what? You're the one who said it. You told me to get a divorce. And you also told me to listen to you, my mother-in-law. So, I'm going along with the divorce. That's not what I meant. I'm just saying that you should come tomorrow and clean. I'm having trouble with my place right now. I don't want to. What? Don't get cocky. You don't like me after all, do you? You don't want a cocky wife, right? I understand how you feel. You hate me so much that you went to the trouble of preparing divorce papers for me. If that's the case, I'll go file the divorce papers now. Now? It's already late at night. Besides, divorce papers aren't something you just hand in all of a sudden. I don't know what my son will think. What are you talking about? Your son wants a divorce, right? Then, if I serve him the divorce papers, I'm sure he'll be rather pleased. That's, If Evan and you feel the same way, then we have no choice. I'm going to get ready now and go to the city office, so if you'll excuse me. Wait a minute. Calm down. I'm calm, so then see you later. Lily, wait a minute. What will my son say about me? Please, please don't do something stupid. Lily, your father called me. He told me to move out of the condo. And by the end of the month of all things. That only gives me 10 days. I know he's sad because his daughter's divorced. But he doesn't have the right to tell me to do that. Does he? Hey, I've got an emergency. It's an emergency. Call me back. Hello, Mom. Oh, you're not my mother-in-law anymore. It's weird to call you Mom, so I'll call you by your first name, Joyce. I don't care what you call me now. Why should I be kicked out of my own place? I can ignore what your father says, right? You can ignore him all you want, but I'm sure he'll just force you to leave, right? Forced eviction? What are you talking about? Don't just say things that don't make sense. Things that don't make sense? It means what it means. Well, your father was rude to me. I wanted you to talk to him, but you just say the same things. I knew it. You're both just alike. It's crazy to think that you guys can just throw me out of this place. It looks like it was a good decision to have you divorce my son after all. On the contrary, I don't understand why you think you don't have to leave. Why? This place is the house my son rented for me, isn't it? If it was my son, I would understand. But why should I be asked to leave by you people? Even the rent is paid by my son. What are you confused about? The condo you live in belongs to my father. Huh? No. You don't remember? When your husband passed away a few years ago, you said it was too painful to live in a house with his memories, so you sold the house. You should have used the money to buy or rent a house. You said you were lonely and that you wanted to live with us for a little while, so you moved in with us. Feeling sorry for yourself, who had lost her husband, you didn't work or do anything every day. And then, you spent all your money in less than a year on fashion bags and other luxuries. You even tried to use our money. I talked to my father about it, and he agreed to rent the condo he owned to you. He agreed to rent it to you free of charge. Come to think of it. But Evan and I got divorced. You and I are no longer related, so it's only natural for my father to ask you to leave. It's common sense, isn't it? Yeah, but I was always against divorce. You guys should start over, even if it's just now. Then I'll have no problem continuing to live here. That's a very selfish thing to say. The other day, you were demanding that I divorce, and then you served me with divorce papers. But when I did what you asked me to do, now you want us to get back together. We are not your toys. Stop saying whatever suits you at the time. Then what should I do? Why don't you go back to your hometown in the Midwest? Joyce, your parents live in the Midwest, and your brother lives there now. It seems that Evan talked to your brother. He has a vacant room at his house, so if you want, you can go back to your parents' house. Is that so? That's my proud son. Now that he's divorced from you, it means he's coming home, right? I would be more than happy to be able to live at home after all these years, and also be with my son. I knew it was a good decision to have my son divorce you. I don't need you anymore. Oh, is that so? Good then. You can continue this discussion with Evan. Now, if you'll excuse me. I'm sure I won't be contacting you again. Bye. Lily, I'm still no good without you. Please, can't you get back together with my son? Why all of a sudden? Didn't you tell me that you don't want to be in contact with me anymore? And you told me to break up with him. And you told me to get back together with him. Please, stop it. I'm sorry. I swear, I'll never ask you to break up with him again. Don't say that. Actually, Evan is not coming back with me. He told me to go back by myself. Moreover, I tried to contact my brother too, but he was so cold to me. He said he's letting me come back home because his nephew asked him. He told me not to cause any trouble and said I should just be quiet and stay out of the way. He said I always caused our mother a lot of problems. And if I bother them even a little bit, they'll kick me out right away. Knowing that I was obviously not welcome, I knew I couldn't go back there. Moreover, my son said that because he made things right with his uncle this time, he would cut off all ties with me. There's no way I can accept that. No. Of course he's going to cut you off. What? Joyce, we know, okay? The divorce papers that you put in the mailbox, all of them were filled out by you, right? You may have changed your handwriting, but we could tell right away that it wasn't Evan's. Of course, I confirmed it with Evan. I can't believe you noticed that. Evan never filled out the divorce papers. He told me that he had not filled out the divorce papers and that he had never thought about divorce. When I texted you about the divorce papers, Evan was there with me. So we went to file the divorce papers together. If you knew, why did you file the divorce papers? If you hadn't done that, there would have been no talk of my returning to my hometown or my son cutting me off. We did file for divorce, but we have already remarried. What? Is that so? Then that's good. But why did you do that? Doing so would only tarnish our family register. Of course, there was some hesitation on our part about having that on the records. But after much discussion, we thought it was the best choice. What part of that? I don't understand. This marriage certificate was submitted under my surname by Evan. What? No way! Yes way. In other words, Evan is now a member of my family. Your family? Why did you do that without consulting me? To prevent you from interfering any further. What? I am his mother. That can't be allowed to happen. I can't believe you would make Evan do such a thing. Restore Evan's last name now. Otherwise, this marriage won't be recognized. Even if you don't approve, our parents gave their approval, so it's okay. Besides, this was Evan's idea. What? Evan? Still don't understand? Evan thinks everything goes your way. He got sick and tired of you constantly bullying his wife. In order to get rid of you, he took our family name. Oh, come on. I didn't mean to bully you. I just wanted you to understand my feelings. What are you talking about? You just tried to force me to do the housework, didn't you? You didn't do anything yourself. You tried to get me to clean up. I'm working, and you want me to take a day off from work to come to your place. You can't possibly know how that feels. We have no interest in having anything to do with you anymore. Find your own place to live, or go back to Nebraska, or do whatever you want. I can't just look for a place to live by myself. There's no way I can do that. I am unemployed. If I lose my house, and my son, and you are gone too, I will have nothing left. I don't want that. If you can't find a place to live on your own, you have no choice but to go to Nebraska. I don't think I will ever hear from you again, but please, take care. Goodbye. Don't say that. Please, Lily, don't abandon me. I blocked my ex-mother-in-law's text messages. Still, my ex-mother-in-law tried to hang on to her son. There was a barrage of incoming calls and several texts on Evan's cell phone. But Evan also blocked his mother's contact information. Her brother in Nebraska came to pick her up. The ex-mother-in-law, who seemed to have given up on the idea that she had nowhere else to go, went to Nebraska to live with her brother and his family. She has decided to stay there and try her best not to cause them any trouble. She had been relying on us for her living expenses, and she used to spend on whatever she wanted. But now, she has to help with the housework and is expected to earn her own living expenses. She seems to be working every day. I am now free from the life of being bullied every day. I'm living peacefully. We've been discussing having children, and we've started trying to conceive. I want to continue to live with my loving husband while supporting each other.
Raiden, I have something important to talk with you about. Do you have some time to text with me?
What? Oh, hi, Lily. This is your first time texting me in over 3 days now, and you have something important to tell me? Finally? Hopefully it's something about where you ran off to, and why you did all that in the first place, leave me worried about where you are and how you're doing. And if it's something else that you think is important, why don't you come back home and tell me to my face? We should be able to talk to one another in person about things, considering you and I are married, especially after you just left me here.
Being married and having to talk in person takes a lot of time, especially after I've been away from you for a little bit now and haven't said a word. And what I have to talk with you about, I don't want taking a lot of time away. That's why I'm talking with you right now over text.
What are you talking about, Lily? Can't you just come home to me already? I've really been worried sick about you, and I'm afraid of what might be happening.
Listen, Raiden, I am pregnant with my boyfriend's kid.
What? Your boyfriend's kid?
I've been dating another man. And since he and I have been doing so well with one another, he got me pregnant. I wanted to tell you this sooner, but I was too afraid to at the time, so I ran to his place and have been staying there in his comfort. That's why I'm only getting back to you now, and wanted to tell you this. I'm going to go be with him now. So, let's get this divorce over with.
I was wondering what you'd have to say and why you'd been gone, but if this is the thing you have to talk with me about, then we should be doing it face-to-face instead of over the phone. I understand to you that it will be a bit scary, but it's something we need to do as husband and wife. So, will you please come home now?
Jesus, why are you always like that all the time? You want to make a bigger deal out of all of this, right?
You told me that this was important, and seeing that what you have to say is very much important, we need to get together and talk. We're a family, and as such, this event is now a family matter.
I hate the fact that you're so weak, Raiden.
How does this make me weak?
It just does. Look at what you're wanting to do now. You're wanting to take something that you can't handle alone and drag all kinds of random people into it, all so that they can help you deal with me, right?
I was only planning to have those that should know about what's happened here be a part of the conversation. They all deserve to know about what's happened between us here.
Well, I'm saying that a weak loser like you can't do anything by himself and has to have others around to help you. We're getting a divorce. No matter how many people you try and get to help you, they won't stop this. I've already made up my mind, and the choice I've made is to have this baby with their father and live a happy life there. We're going to have this divorce, and then I'll make sure to get as much settlement money out of you as possible.
Settlement money?
Be ready for that.
Hey, Kurt, I'm sorry to be asking you this out of nowhere. What is it? Something to do with work? I'd like you to have a look into the man that Lily has been cheating on me with. I know that this will be a surprise to you and all, but we can talk about all of the smaller details later. What? Lily? You mean your wife, Lily? She's been cheating on you with someone. How could she do that to you? That's what it looks like to me. And I'm not sure, Kurt. Before I had a feeling that she was with someone, but yesterday she just came out and said that she has been, to me. She even told me about how she's now pregnant with her boyfriend's kid. And I'm just not sure how to handle all of that yet. I'm sure in a few days all the emotions will really slap me in the face, so before then, I'd like your help. Are you kidding me? But so far, these are all the things that she said to me. I'd like to divorce her right now, but I'm going to need some solid evidence of her cheating on me before I make that move. And I have to have the address and name of the man she's been with in order to get that settlement from him too. But that's a tough job in and of itself. Well, I see. Well, that all makes sense to me. So, now that you're aware of all that, I'd like you to look into them for me. I need whatever evidence you can get of that man and my wife, so that the divorce can go a lot easier for me, and I won't be getting the short end of the stick. Alright then, I'll come up with something for you. It may take me a little time though, so hopefully you're not in too much of a rush. I have some time on my hands at the moment. Alright, good. As for today, before you head home, would you mind stopping by the office to come see me? I'd like to introduce you to a very good divorce lawyer I know. He's been a good friend of mine, and I'm sure he'll make good work of that divorce for you. That would help me out a bunch. Once I'm finished with work, I'll send you a text letting you know that I'm on my way over. See you later, Chris, and thank you. As a deposit for your help, I'll make sure to get you a case of beer or something this week. Alright, that would be awesome. I'll see you later today then.
Hey, Raiden. Have you still not gotten around to divorcing me? I made sure to leave that divorce paperwork with you before I left, right? I already went and got all my things from your place while you've been at work. I will not be seeing you again, so just finish the divorce for me already. I just need you to sign those papers and take them to the courthouse. I would like to be married to my boyfriend before the baby comes. You wouldn't want for me to ask for even more money in this settlement, right? For every week you take getting that paperwork handed in, I am raising the settlement by 100,000, all right? All you are is a simple office worker, so shouldn't you be taking care of business before you go into debt? I really think it's best that you hurry it up there. Raiden, you have to have noticed it's been a week now since the last time I spoke to you, right? Are you just trying to pick on me now or something? Well, that's just going to hurt you in the end. Since you've just been taking your time with the divorce, the settlement is now up to $200,000. I told you already, right? Every week you take getting that divorce figured out will be another $100,000 I ask for. If you don't give me this divorce, then I won't be able to marry my boyfriend. I'm sure that a man like you doesn't know this, but if a woman doesn't get married within 100 days of her divorce, she has no chance of getting married again. So if you don't hurry all of this up, then I'm going to have this baby and never get married in time. I want to have my wedding before my belly becomes too big as well, so come on now, hurry up! And just like that, you now owe me $300,000 in the settlement. Hey, you understand that, right? You have now wasted another week messing around and I'll be getting another $100,000. Well, at least for me, I'll be getting more and more money every week you waste over there. I guess I'm pretty lucky here. But there has to be a limit to how long you're going to take here. I want to be married to my boyfriend before giving birth to this baby. Stop making me tell you this. Hurry up and hand in that paperwork to the courthouse.
Lily?
What? So you've finally gone and handed in that paperwork, right? That's what you're going to tell me?
Nope, I still haven't handed that in yet.
Huh?
You have been wanting for the both of us to get a divorce, and so before I can make that happen, I needed to gather some evidence.
Gather some evidence?
You happen to know that my friend Kurt works as a detective, right?
Ah, There was a friend like that.
I didn't want to hand in the divorce paperwork and let you run off with all my things. Hence why I haven't gotten around to handing anything in yet.
Run off with all your things?
I want to make sure that I get my share of the settlement before letting you go.
Come on now, you thought I was going to do that to you? I just wanted this divorce to happen was all. But then you kept taking your time, which is why I started to raise the amount I'd be asking for. That was foolish of you to wait so long. So I'm not going to run away until I have the money you've made me wait for now. If anything, I'm not going to let you run away after this divorce either.
Do you have any idea what you're talking about right now? I can see you're still talking about that $300,000 and all.
Well, of course I am. I have a right to that money. Actually, I was hoping to get $400,000 with you, but you finally came around to talking. I guess that'll do. Consider the settlement to be $300,000, all right? You should be thankful that's all I'm asking you for. For $300,000, I will go ahead and divorce you.
What? You're really okay with paying me $300,000?
What?
I'm talking about the settlement. It's alright for me to get that much from you?
Huh? Are you trying to tell me that you're going to get that money from me?
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, come on. Are you being serious?
I'm being very serious.
Oh man. You're going to make me pee myself. You're crazy.
What's so crazy about that?
Well, that's crazy because it sounds to me like you have no idea what you're talking about.
All I'm saying are things that actually make sense in this context.
But look at yourself right now. You're acting like you should be the one getting the settlement from me for some reason.
Tell me how that makes me the crazy one here.
Come on now. When it comes to the settlement, only women are allowed to get it. Which means you being a man, you have to pay me that money, right? I see now. So that's why you've been waiting 3 weeks now and have gotten the amount up to $300,000. You're flat out crazy. But it's not like I'm going to ask for anything less than that amount.
What have you been going on about, Lily? In the case of this settlement, the one who is unfaithful will have to pay the affected party the settlement.
What?
This is not about gender.
Huh? You're the one who has to pay, right?
I really have no clue where you got the misconception from or how badly you hit your head to think that was the way things worked. But maybe you should have a look on the internet or go and ask a lawyer about this. Well, actually, it seems you did get that kind of an idea from the internet. So, how about you go and talk with an actual divorce lawyer, and they'll set you straight. I'm assuming what you've been referring to is this one instance where a woman said that all females get the settlement in a divorce. But that was just some idiot online, and in all the comments, people went on and on and on about how she was so stupid for thinking such a thing.
What? No way.
Right. So really, you and the man you've been going out with will be paying me the settlement. Of course, something like $300,000 is way too high. But something like $70,000 from each of you will most likely happen.
That much?
I've already been talking to a pro about all this, so don't think I have anything wrong here. Have you, come to understand reality now?
No way. This can't be happening to me. That's not good for me.
What's not?
I thought that I'd be the one getting the money in this divorce. I've already gone and bought all kinds of high-end things. High-end baby clothes and high-end clothes for myself as I grow larger. A really nice stroller and a really nice cradle. Some new shoes and a new fancy purse. What am I going to do? The amount I owe on my credit card is insane. I won't have enough to pay it off.
So, this is what happens to those that get tricked by online sources.
What?
So you went and spent all that money you never had, and are now being asked to pay it with money you still don't have. You had always been terrible with my money while you were my wife, but I didn't think you'd get any worse.
Actually, things should be fine without the divorce, right? I'm not going to divorce you anymore. I'll make sure to break up with my boyfriend now, And I'll make sure to make you the father of this baby.
What? Do you have any idea what you're talking about, Lily?
Well, this would be amazing for you, right? You'll be able to raise and love my baby for me, and you won't have to say goodbye to me anymore. There is so much merit to all of this for you, right?
That's just loads of demerits, you idiot.
What?
What the hell is wrong with you? Acting all happy about making me have to raise your boyfriend's kid like that.
But it's also my kid, right?
No freaking way am I taking that kid.
Why not?
I have nothing against the child you'll have or anything, but I'm not going to be used by you in order to raise your kid while you go cheat on me.
I'm telling you that I won't divorce you anymore, Raiden.
And I want a divorce. Now.
What?
Well, after I found out that you've been cheating on me and got pregnant, every ounce of love that I had for you is gone. And that love is never coming back again.
No. Then what am I going to do? I don't have tens of thousands of dollars, Raiden.
How about you start by running off to and crying to your parents?
What?
I've already told them about everything that's happened.
What?
We already made a promise that if you're not going to be able to pay me, they would in your place. Of course, they're going to get all that money back from you at some point in the future.
Wait,
That's all I have to say to you now. Later on, my lawyer will be going to meet you, so at that time, you may talk with them about anything else you have to say.
Wait a second.
I'm going now.
Raiden, I just had my baby. And so I'm wanting to ask you for child support now. Actually, my boyfriend ended up making a new girlfriend and ran off with her. So, Raiden, huh? You're not reading any of these.
For starters, that child that my ex ended up giving birth to was never mine, so I didn't have to give her any child support or anything like that. Yet she continued to message me about the child support she just assumed I'd have to pay her, showing that she hadn't looked up anything about this beforehand. What a joke, that woman. I just went ahead and blocked her number after seeing all that, and then went and blocked her on all my social media platforms. I've moved out of town now, so I'm not too worried about her coming to talk to me in person. But just to be safe, I told my lawyer to get me a restraining order on her. I'm still working the same job that I had, but my boss is willing to let me do it remotely from here, as long as I at least make it to the office once a month for meetings. A little while later, I got an official apology from her parents with the settlement, and they told me that they sent her far away to her aunt, who lives far away from the state. She's being forced to work now out there, and all of the money she'll make will go back to her parents in order to pay them back. I've been told as well that the aunt she is living with is a very strict woman, and will make sure that she doesn't stop working every day until that money is paid. And she is no longer considered a major embarrassment to their family. And as for that kid, her parents are taking care of it right now. Originally, they had wanted to put it into a foster home of some sort, but after realizing the kid didn't deserve a life like that, they took him in their home and said they'd raise the little guy until Lily was back. And when that day comes, and Lily has been changed into a proper woman again, that is useful in some way to the world again, she'll get her kid back and be forced to live on her own. A lot of things have happened to the both of us, but from here on out, we'll have nothing to do with one another. I've made sure to thank all those people that have helped me through this long divorce process, and have also made sure that I don't think of myself as weak for getting help during times like this. I'm going to do what I can to start a new life as a now recently divorced bachelor.